Welcome back to another episode of the Casey Campbell podcast. Casey Campbell with you, of course. Pleased to be joined by Carson Thornton of East Grand Rapids football, as well as East Grand Rapids boys basketball. How's it going?
Good. How are you?
Doing well. So going into before we get into basketball, let's talk about this past football season. How do you think it went for you guys?
Um, I think it went honestly very well. I mean, last year, I got pulled up for like fifth quarter rule, so the 4 and 6 wasn't too well. But this year, getting to know the offense better and getting to be with the guys more, we did pretty well. It's going in 7-3 the entire season. So yeah, I thought it
Yeah,
went pretty well.
yeah, much improved. I know it's been a while since to have the season that you had and to have the start like you had. I know the way that it ended didn't was not the way that you wanted, but overall, a much improvement from the past few years.
Yeah.
So going into this, what was the biggest thing that you really kind of learned this past season?
Um, I learned that like the big jump from going to JV to varsity was like something huge for me. I bet towards the end of the year, I kind of got more used to it and kind of got more in tune with the game, which was helping me play better. Um, a big thing I learned is like what the coaches expect of me out of running the offense now. I know where they want me to put the ball. I know where they want me to call the plays and stuff like that. So yeah, I have a better idea of how the offense is wanting to be run.
Yeah. Okay, so heading into this off season, I know you're going to be really busy on the phone. Also, you're obviously playing basketball as well, but going in there, what are some of the biggest things that you're really going to work on this off season to get ready for next year?
I would say a big thing for me is getting stronger and gaining weight. This year, kind of into the season, I weighed 175, which is not that big, but I was able to do what I did. But I think the big key for me going into this season is definitely gaining weight, so I'm more durable and more able to run the ball. Another big thing I would say is getting used to the pass protection calls more. We kind of have pass protections that we use, so I want to get used to those a lot more. So I'm more confident with my abilities.
All right. Okay, so obviously a big night tonight. Basketball starts for this year. What was getting used to from the transition? I know you haven't played football in a while, so obviously you're in full basketball mode, getting ready to go there. But it's gonna be like going on and of course obviously Coach Owens was on the show last night. What was going in and all these road games that you guys have? This is start the season. What's that
Yeah.
gonna be like?
A big thing for us switching over from football to basketball, I would say was definitely the conditioning part. We had to get in conditioned. We were in football shape, not basketball shape. So we did a lot of running. And obviously going in the road for 7 games of the year is really hard, really tough. But with the team that we have now, we're very close. We're very tight. We know what we expect out of one of another. And I think we're ready to go. It's going to be a hard atmosphere, obviously. So we're not taking anything for granted, but we're definitely ready to go out there and go.
Yeah. Okay, so obviously this team is going to look a lot different. I know, I know some guys come back. Obviously, I know obviously Simon's not there anymore. But what is this team going to be like? And as I mentioned, you guys are going to really learn a lot about yourselves in these next few games.
Yeah, obviously, I mean, last year we lost a lot of good players, but we also have a lot of good players that came up. Last year I was the only sophomore on varsity that ended up getting pulled up for basketball. So you guys didn't really get to see any of the sophomores that we had because they were obviously on JV. But we have some pretty good size. We have a 6'9" center who's coming on our team now. We have another 6'5" power forward. So we have some big dudes on our squad this year. So we're really looking forward to it. There's a lot of people that are kind of counting us out right now, but in our hearts and in our minds, we are a very good team and we're ready to go out there and show people what we're made of.
All right. Okay. So how do you mentally get ready for a game?
Ooh, big thing for me is kind of just going into the game, knowing be confident going into your game, kind of get locked in your zone, get into your comfortable spots, kind of block out the crowd noise, block out what everyone else is saying, listen to music, just yeah, relax, make sure I'm calm, not too amped up.
You do different things for basketball than you do for football?
I would say so. Yeah, for football, it's kind of more like um, you're preparing the entire day because like you're gonna go out there and get hit. You're kind of just preparing your body, preparing your mind mentally and physically about getting hit, stuff like that. And it's
Oh
just
yeah.
football is just way different sport than basketball. So you're going in with basketball, feeling like, oh, I'm confident. You got to make shots today. That's your job. You got to go out and make shots. For football, it's more like, okay, I got to go out there and lead an offense in front of 5,000 people compared to 500 people in a stadium. So
Yeah. All right. What do you think about like right before a game?
what I think about right before a game is what my teammates expect out of me and what I need to do to meet their expectations and to do to help the team win for sure.
All right. Okay, so let's get to know you a little bit, Carson. How about that?
Okay. Yeah.
All right. Favorite player growing up? Any sport.
Honestly, it would have to be my dad because he played basketball at Michigan State. So with him being at
That's
Michigan
right.
State, he was kind of like my role model. Getting to see like Draymond Green, knowing them still now, all those basketball players now. Yeah, I'd have to say my dad. That experience was the best.
Yeah, I mean, what was that like? Just you know, to go back and say, hey, I did this for a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, my dad is currently a coach on the staff there now, so I get to go back and see all the players and be back and stuff. But I would say for sure growing up, just like still to this day, like me and Draymond talk on the daily just about like he asked me how things are going because like we were super close. Those memories are definitely things I will like never take for granted. Those are probably one of the best. Growing up in the Michigan State family has like really helped me as an individual, as who I am today. Yeah.
Okay, who's the most famous person you've ever met?
Magic Johnson gave me a hat. I have a hat in my room that's like given to me and signed by Magic Johnson. So it's either him. I know Coach Izzo pretty well.
Yeah,
Draymond, and then Max Christie and Xavier Tillman. I know a lot of the guys, to be honest with you. I know a
yeah,
lot of them players that have come out of there. Yep.
yeah. Speaking from experience, when you've been around a lot of high profile people like that you've been, and obviously I've been fortunate as well to be around some people. It's an experience that you're never gonna forget. So
Never gonna forget.
no. Favorite food?
Sushi. I'm a sushi guy.
Okay.
I love it. Yeah.
Favorite movie?
Lord of the Rings. Me and my dad used to watch countless hours of Lord of the Rings back in the day.
Okay. Um, let's see. What's an interesting fact people might not know about you?
Oh, I love to ski. I
Okay.
love to ski. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, Carson, thank you so much for coming on and talking with us, and best of luck the rest of the season.
Thank you. I appreciate it.